Charleston White went on SNITCHES TV and said he wanted to start a culture of snitching and wanted to teach the youth the art of snitching. Let's dive into it. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Rashad Crenshaw back again with another video. Now, Charleston White, a regular occurrence on SNITCHES TV, a regular guest, a very popular guest at that, said that he wanted black culture to start training snitches from a young age. Strong snitches that know how to fight and know how to shoot guns. Look.
So they can be law-abiding citizens and great neighborhood watch crime people. We need to train this. We training killers and gangsters. So we need to train, nigga, some confident, snitching, tatter-telling young man that ain't scared to tell on now, motherfucker. And teach them how to fight, too. So if you fuck with them by telling, they'll kick your ass. Yeah, we need some strong snitches, nigga. And they proud of it. That way, it help curb the violence in the communities. You got you a snitch that know how to fight, and he'll shoot that pistol too. But he'll snitch.
Now, I gotta keep it real with Charleston. He's got a point. We train gangsters and killers, why not train snitches? Now, I gotta disagree with Charleston on one little thing. I can't personally get behind the whole snitching in class, you know, telling when somebody's talking. But in the event of bullying, yes, snitching is an understandable course of action. But in all seriousness, though, I think Charleston is making a very clear point here is, how can we as a community raise killers, gang members? We can raise entertainers, we can raise athletes, but we can't raise people who keep the community in order, safe, and in check. Because what's going to happen is other communities are going to come over to the country and outcompete Black Americans. If we create a culture where there's no snitching, what we're creating is a culture where crime can become rampant. We talk a lot about the poverty in the Black American community, but one of the biggest sources of the poverty that we don't talk about is the lowering of property value as a result of crime. I'm all over the place right now. As a result of crime, property value goes down immensely. People pack their shit and leave, not just residents of the area, but business owners who don't feel like getting shot up. They'll take their business and jobs with them, right? If they can hire someone at that job to be an associate, that job then goes up and leaves. They're not going to stick around to get shot at or shot up. For what? People don't talk about the fact that the no snitching rule has consequences. The most talented and most successful people of our community who come from environments where there's heavy amounts of violence and the no snitch rule, when they become successful, do you think they're coming back to the community? No. Oftentimes they leave and go to more suburban areas where there's other communities, other races. The most talented of our community, the most intelligent of our community are not going to linger and stick around in a culture where we prioritize and protect destruction. The no snitch rule is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Genuinely. And the fact that grown men believe in that rule and follow that rule is scary, because what you see is you have other races of men who won't hesitate to find a criminal in their ranks and snitch and call the police and get his ass locked up. They won't hesitate to get a nigga selling drugs off the block. They won't hesitate to get a nigga talking people's daughters into being prostitutes. They won't allow a dude on the block turning people's daughters into prostitutes. They won't just let him stand there. They just won't let him sit there. They're not going to wait for vigilante justice to take care of it. They're going to call the police. And you wonder why these communities tend to be safer. It's because when people do pop up playing bullshit, the first thing the residents of the community do is pull down the little window blind and dial 911. Y'all think these communities are safer by accident? It's not entirely just because of the government. It's also because they tell. There are criminals in other communities. The difference between them and the Black community is we sit there and allow our criminals to sit back, kick back, lay their feet up, and enjoy the ride as if it's cool, as if what they're doing is acceptable, as if what they're doing is okay. That's the difference between us and them. Charleston is correct. We need snitches who can swing like a motherfucker. We need snitches who can bob and weave and hook and jab and cross and slip and hook. We need snitches that can load that magazine and put it in the firearm, cock it back, and let it rip. Like, we need snitches that genuinely know how to go to war, because what we're seeing right now is a ideological civil war in the black community. And the side of order, the side of organization, the side of prosperity, the side of getting to the next level, that side is going to have to confront the side of destruction, the side of laziness, the side of not giving a fuck, the side of apathy towards where the community is going, the side of cultural destruction. These two sides are going to clash. One side is ready to visit violence upon anybody. Is the other side ready? That's the question. So when Charleston White says he wants the youth to know how to snitch and be powerful and be strong in the snitching, I can't be mad at him. I can't be mad. What kind of civilization survives when our only codes and ethics literally revolve around the survival of crime? The only code I've ever heard in my entire life growing up as a young black man that we all as a community took seriously was the no snitch code. A code that exists to protect people who prey upon the community. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The black community takes the dumbest people in our community and gives them dominion and leadership over the community. We take the morons and say, okay, write the rules down, make the rules. No smart group of men capable of leading their community into a new era of technology, science, math, military, no group of men that can truly build something of worth on this planet would ever institute a no snitch rule. No, not one. So Charleston is correct. I gotta take Charleston's side on this one. So I agree. Young folks need to be taught that there's nothing wrong with calling the police when you see some bullshit go down. You see someone being raped, robbed, mugged, attacked, call the police. You see someone breaking into a car, stealing something, call the police. You see somebody taking tires off a car, call the police. You see somebody slamming into another person and take off, call the police. Do not allow the black community to go into a deeper state of destruction than it's already in. Let's not usher in the final throes of death for our community. Let's not usher in the destruction of our community. Let's not be the unnecessary undertakers of our community. Let's not do that. Let's not lay the finishing blows when we don't have to. Let's not protect criminals but allow law-abiding citizens to be threatened, to be hurt, to be killed, to be taken advantage of. Let's not sit there and glorify scammers and drug dealers who poison the community, who steal from people trying to feed their families by scamming them. Let's not glorify people who are selling drugs and scamming and killing, when we could be glorifying people who are getting it out the mud legally, who are circumventing these shortcuts, who are choosing not to align themselves with the cultural norms and choosing to go about it the hard way so that they can get money the legal way. Let's embolden and empower those people in the community so that they can have a say, so that they can make rules, so that they can change the tide of the culture and create new rules like, opposite of the no snitch rule, which is a bunch of bullshit. That's my opinion on it. Like, comment, subscribe.